Instead, there was a smidge of snowfall. Oh, and a bug. Is it a bug? I don't know. Well, that's probably not the best window to look through. Yeah, you can see it up on the fence. You can see it. Yeah. I mean, it's a start. Well, I have to at least go out there and pay the snow a little bit of respect. And I'm pretty good on food and most things, but could use an extra drink or two. So I'm gonna do something that I do fairly frequently, which is I'm gonna find me a good, well, not really find me because I've been in there technically twice, but really only once. Hello. Let's be quiet. We'll see how long my phone works out in the cold. Oh my god, I can't see. Look at how pretty it is, though. Oh my god. Look at that. But the ground is fortunately not slick. Oh, there's, I mean, again, there's some chunks. I mean, that's not bad. Look at that. That's about an inch. Finally got some snow. Problem is, this will probably be all melted off by the end of the day. I mean, it's not going to get too warm, and we might have more chance for snow like Thursday or Friday or something like that, a couple days from now. Anyway, oddly enough, I actually feel very warm. It feels like it's like 50 degrees out here. Of course, I've only been out here for like a minute. That'll probably shift quick. But, ooh. Yeah, because I think it's supposed to only be like 34, 35 degrees, and wind chill factor says like it's supposed to feel like it's like 30, 28, 30 degrees. Of course, the sun's hitting me, so that's nice. But I'm heading up to, ooh, that's nice and slick. Heading up to corner store. And I love going to these sketchy, get it through here. I love going to these sketchy little convenience stores and giving like my rating kind of on them. I've done that every now and then when I'm exploring, adventuring around on my amateur story channel, and I'll find a sketchy store. I'm like, I'm gonna go there. Because the really sketchy mom and pop convenience stores always have better selections of everything. Now, the issue is they may sometimes be expired. That's something you have to be prepared for. I ended up, the place I'm going to now, I ended up buying some expired juice. Didn't even think twice about checking the date on it. And, woo! And I ended up getting screwed by it. Okay. Don't look at me funny, bro. Freaking guy staring at me probably thinks I'm not dressed warm enough for the weather. I'm doing just fine. Anyway, the place I'm going to now, what is with my camera? Ah! Oh, okay, there I am, I'm fine. The place I'm going to now, first time I went there, they have a sign that says no backpacks, and I had my big bag on my back, which you'll note I don't have on me now because I knew I'd be going to this place. And I was just so annoyed. I pushed the door partway open. I'd been out vlogging, I was tired, I just wanted to get a drink real quick and go home. And I get to the door, and I start to push it open, and then I see the sign, I'm like, well, your store sucks anyway, and walked away. I was so annoyed, because I was so tired, this was on my way, so I ended up having to go, you know, a little further down, find a place, whatever. But then I went there with my girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend were gonna go out and have a day together. And this is how we were that day. We were gonna go out and, you know, kind of adventure around, go back and forth, see some cool spots, whatever. We're walking. I'm not really feeling it. And I don't think she was either, because we're walking to the bus stop. We missed the bus. The bus passes us like 30 seconds before we get to the stop. And we both look at each other and like, you want to wait 15 minutes for the next bus? And she's like, not really. I'm like, okay, let's go home then. But we were right by this convenience store, so we stopped in there. But first things first, this whole backpacking thing. I understand having backpacks are a very convenient way to shoplift. You can put a lot of stuff in there. You can maybe, I don't really see how you can look inconspicuous with a backpack as your main source of, because you have to buy stuff, you have to either slide it awkwardly into your bag, or you have to be constantly taking your bag off and sliding stuff in there. It's not a great way to shoplift, but I'm starting to see more and more all over town. And it's not just little, you know, tiny convenience stores and stuff. These signs and things in front of all sorts of different businesses saying no backpacks allowed, no backpacks allowed. And I understand people are going to be like, well, Steve, like, they're trying to keep from being shoplifted. I get that. No shit, they're trying to do that. But the thing is, on the flip side, people have to realize there are thousands upon thousands of people just in this city that do not have cars, that have to travel around public transportation, travel around on foot. And if they have to travel around and bring items from one place to another, they need something to transport their stuff in. So I'm sorry, a lot of us need backpacks. When I'm doing a film, I need to have, you know, my film bag I used to have was a backpack, you know? And my big traveling bag I have now, I needed that to transport my stuff around. People need bags like that when they're traveling around and they don't have the luxury of having a car where they can stick it in their trunk. So I'm sorry. It is completely unreasonable. And I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for thousands upon thousands of people in this city. It is completely unreasonable for so many fucking places to be saying you, because you have a bag, you can't come in here. It's whatever the not having a car equivalency of racism is. Or something along those lines. I don't know. I just woke up. But yeah, it's absurd. I don't care what anybody says. If you own your own private business, you know, you put that sign up, I mean, obviously you're entitled to do that, but most people who are walking around with backpacks are doing it because they have to, not because they're trying to shoplift from you. I'm sorry, that's the fact. Anyway, so this convenience store that I'm just like maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 blocks away from, it's like just up over here. Really up there in the sketch category. Me and my girlfriend went there. As I said, I ended up getting some juice that was expired, but that was my bad. I got something else. We go up to pay. The guy standing there was really nice, but mind you, this was about a month ago. It was like early to mid-January. And I noticed, because he started like itching his arm, and I noticed he has these like little dots on his arm. And he starts rambling about, oh man, the mosquitoes really got me last night. I'm itching all over. And I'm thinking, mosquitoes? In Portland? In January? No, that doesn't make any sense. So I'm wondering if they were like, they didn't really look like them. They didn't look big enough. But I was like wondering, like, those like heroin injection marks. So I got a little unnerved. I almost didn't want the guy like touching my stuff and putting it in the bag. Like, I'll take it with my hands. It was a little, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling it. It was very sketchy. And that being said, I'm going here now. Got a $10 bill in my pocket that I'm going to use, because going to places like this and using your debit card, you are just asking to get your identity stolen. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but the sketchier the place, the more potential is someone's going to screw you. And this place, it's very sketchy. Woo! Fun day for the bus. Anyway, here's the place I'm going to. Commodore. I don't know if it's still called Commodore Grocery. The Commodore's kind of blotched out. It's mushed up next to a house. And let me tell you, this place is sketchy. I feel like I'm just as likely to get robbed by the owner as the owner is to get robbed by someone else. Son of a bitch, they got me again. They're not even open. The moment I got up to the door and grabbed the handle, I could see there was like a metal bar door on the inside that was locked. And I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. They got me again. Good job, Commodore Grocery. Convenience store. You heroin addicted bastard. As I assume it's that one guy that runs the whole place. Anyway, it looks like I'm back on the prowl, so to speak. Well, the next closest convenience store is like 5 blocks that way, and I don't really know if I want to... You know what? I'm out here. Let's do it. Holy crap, this is a side street, I guess. Jeez, that fell on my face. Look at this. Beautiful. The hell did the sun go? Oh, wow. That changed quick. I've been out here for like, whoa, like 10 minutes. And the sun is just gone. And animals running amok. And apparently there's a rooster nearby, because I just heard it caw. But, you know, something my girlfriend's always been interested in is living in a small house. And, check that out. That's badass. Oh, Jesus. This is so slippery. There's that sound still in the sky. So anyway, I know I've mentioned this on like my amateur historian channel and whatnot, but this is a different channel, and if you're not from around here, this is Burnside Street I'm coming up to. And this street is actually the dividing line between North and South Portland. I live that way, so I live southeast Portland, but right across the street here, this is northeast Portland officially. Just, so, as far as the eastern, oh, it's a loud truck, but so as far as the eastern half of Portland goes, I'm right smack dab in the equator of it, pretty much. I don't know what happened here, but they had some, colorful snow runoff. Look at that, that's crazy. Yeah, you know, for being a sketcho ghetto hole in the wall, I say that with all due respect, that's, you know, the people that work there are super nice. I still don't feel comfortable using a debit or credit card there. I doubt they take credit. So as long as you're spending bills, cold hard cash, you're probably okay. But they're just like, hey, how's it going, man? The guy that I'm guessing is the proprietor, because he's like 30 years older than anyone else I've ever seen work here. He's always standing by the door waiting to like push it open for you, giving you a nod, but still giving you that slightly suspicious look, like as a convenience store they assume everybody who comes through that door is a potential shoplifter. That's unfortunate. Sign got all tagged up. I'm guessing, yeah, property's for sale. That's why it's happening. Nobody's probably monitoring this place very well. That happens in this area, like so many random neighborhoods in big cities across America. And I kind of bailed out quick after I was filming that rainbowy snow. God, I thought somebody was coming. It was just me. My reflection. Anyway, God. I'm like, I can't focus. I'll start telling a story while I'm vlogging. I'm like, oh, look at that. Oh, that's a jolly good idea. Take a guess who I'm impersonating. Yeah, a woman kind of rolled up and she looked worse for wear. As in, like, she's probably, you know, been drug addicted for a very long time. And she kind of started like shuffling towards me, like kind of coming my way while I was filming that colorful snow. And I was like, okay, this is enough, I'm getting out of here. That's one thing, is no matter how nice the proprietors of a random sketchy convenience store may be, there's gonna just, there just is. There's always gonna be just kind of crazy, deranged looking people loitering in the area. They either fit the sketchiness of the spot, or they're waiting around for these random people that are going in to get their beer and their cigs and whatnot, waiting to ask for a few coins. But yeah, I got a couple of drinks, so I'm good for the rest of the day. There was a Rockstar flavor I haven't had before. It said it was new, but then again, as a convenience store, I'm wondering how long that this is a new drink tag has been there. They didn't have my ginger brew though, and that's one of the few places I can actually find that anymore. I thought it had been discontinued, and I was blown out of my socks when I went there the first time. It was like, they got my Rockstar ginger brew. Still my favorite energy drink. I don't care what anybody says. As an energy drink connoisseur, which is not really anything to brag about, love ginger brew. Anyway, I'm heading home, and that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about sketchy convenience stores and backpack problems. That was really all I had to say about society today. So unless something crazy happens or more snow starts falling, which I doubt, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.